So affordable housing is a challenge across the country. But you are unique in the geography that you call home. Because affordability is not a minor issue, it's a staggering issue. So for 50 years that's been home, how did you first become aware that it was such a challenge? What was procuring cause to say, we've got to do something?
Well, it's been an issue for most of the time we've been in Hawaii. Basically, Kauaʻi it's easy to see things because it's 35 miles long in its longest spot. The population is 73,000 people, and we're surrounded by the largest body of water on the planet, so it's very personal, very family-oriented life. It's pretty astonishing. In 2016, the beautiful lady you saw in black, Taylor Kaluahini Reed, came to me to hang her license. And I said, you just graduated from the University of Hawaii with a degree in honors, with honors. Why in the world did you get your real estate license? And she said, I want to help my people get land on Hawaii. And I said, well, let's focus on that. And my really bad dad joke is it took us about 20 minutes to figure out that there was nothing we could do for the local people. It had already been left behind by the pricing on the island. So I said, in my naivety, I said, well, let's build affordable housing. It can't be that hard. Surely we can break ground in 2 years. Actually, within 2 years, we were able to found PAL Kauaʻi, which is permanently affordable living, not housing, permanently affordable living, 501c3. And we actually broke ground on our first project in June of this year, almost exactly 6 years later. So it's been a huge project. And Jay said this morning that they had done research to figure out what the hardest job in the world was. I leaned over to Leilani and said, it's got to be affordable housing.
So, what are one or two solutions that you're finding that may help other markets?
That's a tough question. We're really working on it. Our Realtors Code of Ethics says that we need to take care of our clients, customers, and other agents. It also says that we need to take care of the public. And that's what we've been trying to focus on. We're also realizing that we can't work with government funds and institutional funds. It just takes too long, it's too slow, it's too difficult. So we're really cultivating funds that come from private investors. We're really working hard to try to build a major fund to solve this crisis for once and for all. And I'm not asking you to do this, but I will set an example for you. My company is Emerald Isle Properties. For the last many years, we've donated 10% of every commission to affordable housing. The final line on that is, Chicken Little was right. The sky is falling, and I don't know who's going to fix it if it's not us.
Well said. You live in the Garden Island. For those of us that know it, if heaven exists, it looks like Hawaii. But what that means is the super rich have identified that as a destination. And it's not just a single wealthy family buying a home, there's a lot that comes with that. How do you compete with those deep pockets for land, construction workers, resources, etc.? Because your competition isn't locals and isn't the average worker. It's the place is spectacularly beautiful. But it really makes your challenge geometrically harder than it would be anywhere else.
Yeah, we cannot compete. Basically, the current rumor is that we have 42 multi-billionaires with a B who own land on Kauai, and the zoning that provides for multifamily housing, which is the only thing that actually helps us, has all been used for affordable, giant hotels and condo complexes. So the planning director told me recently that we're fighting over the crumbs, little properties that are left here and there, and they're extremely expensive and very difficult to build. So we rely on people who will help us. We have been blessed to find certain people who've donated a lot of money to us. It's a drop in the bucket compared to what we need, but it does help, and we rely on our credibility. Part of the reason I was able to form this corporation is because I've spent much of my life helping people become rich by doing developments. So I learned how to be able to provide that knowledge to PAL and bring it forward. So yeah, we can't compete.
So what's the biggest challenge in the next few years?
Everybody out here can answer that question. It's money. And
It's that simple.
and money, and more money. And we need help. We need help from the community. We need the community to understand that they live in a special place. And the wealthy people who are moving there are not moving into a beautiful place. They're moving into a culture that has been there for hundreds of years, generations. And it's kind of being destroyed by their goodwill. It's very hard to...
So it's not on our choreographed list, right? But talk to us a moment about the culture piece, because it's not just the land, it is the people on the land that make it a special place.
That's right.
Tell us about that.
It's really hard to put your finger on. It's such a family-oriented island that has been based in hundreds of years of culture. And you saw, we have, I'd have to ask Leilani, probably 4 people who are Hawaiian or partly Hawaiian involved with us, including the lady who, put her forward to me, and we shared breath. She's a kumahula who is maybe 20th generation Hawaiian, whose great-great-great-grandmother was Queen Kalama, and she is on our board, and a kumahula, and Awakumu, and Taylor Kaluahidi Reed, the lady in black, beautiful. She was the girl that came to me at 25 years old. It's so hard to even imagine that we are blessed to have this opportunity to try to solve this crisis in such a special place. I was hoping you wouldn't see my soft side, but I'm not strong. Go ahead, try to be.
The fact of the matter is you are the strong guy that makes a difference in these people's lives. But it is the vulnerability and tenderness that strength becomes overwhelming, and it's what we salute tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.